Caitlin Clark hit a deep logo three that even impressed WNBA legend Sue Bird, who praised her as a future superstar. Bird's endorsement felt like a passing of the torch, confirming Clark's rising legacy. With ratings soaring and players lining up for selfies, it's clear the Caitlin Clark era is here.
The Fever, as you mentioned, took on Brazil back in Iowa. Caitlin's logo shot. I mean, she outdid she logoed the logo. Now they got to put a new logo down.
Sue Bird didn't just give Caitlin Clark a compliment. She delivered a full-on love letter, sealed with the stamp of WNBA royalty. Forget Taylor Swift. The real fangirl moment came when the hardwood queen herself went all in on Clark, the long-range assassin lighting up the league. Sue didn't just admire, she gushed, celebrated, and possibly forecasted the future of the game. If admiration were a sport, Sue Bird just dropped a 50-point triple-double. The internet exploded, fans couldn't contain their reactions, and basketball Twitter turned into a live tribute concert. But is there more to it? Was Sue simply praising or hinting? Something bigger feels like it's brewing, and with Caitlin's star rising faster than a heat check 3, everyone's wondering what's coming next.
And so does everybody else. The ratings for this game were 1.28 million. The game was on ESPN. It peaked at 1.6, and she only played like 18 minutes. Wow. So the Caitlin Clark effect is back.
When Sue Bird speaks, the basketball world doesn't just listen, it holds its breath. It's the kind of moment that feels like time freezing mid-play, the air thick with anticipation. This wasn't just a casual shout-out. It was a declaration, a ceremonial coronation from one of the greatest to ever touch the game. Sue Bird praising Caitlin Clark was like the universe realigning, like Oprah handing out destiny or Beyoncé naming her successor. Her words didn't just echo. They thundered across the basketball landscape with the force of a signature Bird outlet pass, precise and impossible to ignore. This wasn't a compliment, it was an awakening. A torch wasn't passed, it was hurled with intention, lighting the path forward for the league's next icon. In that moment, Caitlin Clark's future wasn't just predicted, it was confirmed. This wasn't just history being made. It was legacy being transferred in real time.
That takes us to Indiana, which I think everyone agrees right now has gone from, a team that made the playoffs last year, lost in the first round. They were building all these young pieces, of course, Caitlin Clark, to now an immediate contender with all the moves that they've made.
Let's get one thing straight. Sue Bird isn't out here casually throwing around compliments like party favors at a retirement banquet. She doesn't scroll TikTok, see a flashy crossover, and suddenly knight someone, the next great. No, this is Sue Bird we're talking about. UConn royalty, WNBA legend, 4-time champion, 5-time Olympic gold medalist, the kind of player who made Diana Taurasi look human and international competition look like JV tryouts. So when she publicly admires a player, it's not just kind words, it's a forecast.
Put Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team?
Right now?
No, no. I'm going to guess she'll probably be on the next Olympic team. Just guessing.
I mean, TBD.
Yeah.
We got 3 years.
It's a basketball oracle saying, watch this one. She's different. And right now, that chosen one is Caitlin Clark. Yeah, the same Caitlin Clark who hasn't even been in the WNBA for a full season, yet already has defenders looking exhausted and fans acting like they're watching Game 7 every time she pulls up from the logo. When Brazil's entire national squad scrambles post-game just to snap selfies and beg for autographs, you're not witnessing popularity. You're witnessing cultural takeover. This is Clark's moment, and it's already international. Bird's praise for Clark isn't just sports talk, it's a sacred right. It's like Da Vinci pointing at a rookie's sketch and saying, "You've got it." Like Gordon Ramsay peeking into your kitchen, lifting a lid, and simply nodding. No shouting, no theatrics, just reverence. That's what happened when Sue praised Caitlin. It was less of a compliment and more of a coronation. She didn't say it to get a headline. She said it because it's truth. Caitlin Clark's game isn't a highlight reel, it's a revolution. Half-court bombs. Routine. Eyes in the back of her head assists. Commonplace. She's rewriting what women's basketball looks like, and Sue Bird just stamped her Hall of Fame passport before the ink on her rookie contract dried. That's not hype. That's history whispering. Pay attention. And you better believe that when Sue Bird speaks, the basketball world goes mute. Her words carry the weight of dynasties. She's not just speaking from the stands, she's speaking from the Mount Olympus of hoops. And when she says Clark has it, It means we're witnessing the birth of something that transcends a box score. Sue's been dissecting this game since she was barely taller than a traffic cone. While most kids were figuring out layups, she was drawing angles with protractor precision, calculating skip passes like she was plotting satellite launches. So when she says Clark is next, that's not a hot take, that's gospel. That's Newton discovering gravity mid-Eurostep. This isn't about clout or clicks. Sue Bird's not the type to cling to her era like some sports elders do. She's not on a talk show yelling about how back in my day. Instead, she's lifting the future, investing in it. She sees Clark not just as a viral shooter or social media darling, but as the flame that could ignite the next generation of WNBA greatness. And sure, the haters arrived right on cue. She hasn't even played a full season, they cry. But those folks are missing the point. This isn't about stats, it's about impact. Caitlin Clark isn't being praised because of what she might do. She's being praised because of what she already is. She's the kind of player that makes veteran defenders question their careers mid-game. The kind of scorer that forces teams to redraw their entire defensive schemes. She's a generational force, and Sue Bird sees that with 2020 it's clarity. Let's not forget, Sue's resume could make LinkedIn short-circuit. She's a baller, a broadcaster, a fashion icon, a strategist, a leader. Her stamp of approval isn't just a nod, it's a flare shot into the sky, signaling the arrival of a new age. If Bird says Clark is special, then you better believe the league just got put on notice. Clark doesn't shy away from the spotlight, she is the spotlight. She understands her power. That logo 3? Not just a shot, but a message. I know what you came for, and I'm here to deliver. She doesn't run from the moment, she is the moment. Her confidence is electric, her charisma magnetic. And Sue Bird, an athlete who could read basketball like poetry, is now her loudest supporter. This is more than fandom. This is legacy recognizing legacy. Game recognizing game at its most iconic. It's not about the past holding on to its glory, it's the past lighting a torch and handing it to the future, smiling, knowing damn well that the fire's only going to burn brighter. Caitlin Clark isn't just part of the WNBA's next chapter, she is the chapter. And Sue Bird? She's the living legend turning the page. So if you're still thinking this is just hype, it's time to open your eyes. When Sue Bird speaks, the entire sport takes notice. And when she points to Caitlin Clark as the future, it's not up for debate, it's a declaration. This isn't a flash in the pan, it's a new era unfolding before our eyes. Caitlin Clark has already arrived, and she's not here to follow the game. She's here to change it. With the greatest player of all time in her corner, you can't help but wonder. It's not a matter of if she'll rewrite history, but how far she'll push it. The crown has already been passed. Now, it's Caitlin's turn to make it hers. Thanks for watching.